But this weekend saw the big clubs joining in the great Schweppes Cup scramble and, on the whole, beating off the challenge of their junior opponents. No giant-killing shocks yesterday, but Richard Moriarty providing an unpleasant one for the Welsh selectors by dislocating a shoulder as Swansea beat Treorchy. Cap prospect Ian Evans, though, he scored 6 tries in 27 minutes as Llanelli ran up the day's biggest score at Merthyr Tydfil. The wing equalled an 86-year-old club record for individual scores. Well, Ray Gravel is with me to have a general look at the cup situation after this first round proper. But our action begins in the Rhondda, where Treorchy had been telling the world for the last few days what they proposed to do to cup holders Cardiff, the plum opponents they'd drawn in their centenary year. Accompanied by former British Lion David Bircher, commentator Martin Williams went to see how they would fare.
After a week of torrential rain, a hint of blue skies and sunshine has returned for this, one of the most historic days in Rhondda Valley sport. Here at Treorchy, Cardiff meet the local side once again. And the Rhondda Valley club is captained by the former Wales B centre Neil Hutchins, who also turned out in Cardiff colours. But the key player for them is the scrum half and coach Clive Jones, who calls the shots and has motivated Cardiff with some of his statements to the press during the week. It's a highly mobile pack, and a great deal of responsibility rests on the shoulders of lock Keith Evans, who will be marking Robert Norster. For Cardiff are captained by Alan Phillips in his 14th season with the club, and his return from injury has coincided with the unavailability of John Scott. So Cardiff choose Mr. Dependable Robert Lakin at number 8. They have high-scoring backs in Mark Ring, the top try-scorer so far this season with 10, and Adrian Hadley, of course. But how much possession they'll enjoy remains to be seen. And the referee in charge is Derek Bevan of Cardiff, an international referee who'll be hoping, of course, for a less tempestuous time than his colleague Clive Norring had 3 years ago here when 3 men were sent off. And the first kick by Ian Fletcher. Rhea takes for Cardiff just on the 10-metre line. On the far side, Clive Jones. And once again, back to the fullback, Andrew Jones this time, and a better kick into touch. So, this opening sally of a couple of kicks, not a great deal of wind around the Treorchy Oval. The back for Cardiff is Howard Stone. At the back for Treorchy, Ralph Davis once again. Phillips with the throw, looking for the height of Stone. Roberts first to the breakdown and up on his feet. O'Brien having a quick look. Short tap to Geraint John. O'Donovan. A little bit of movement in the Cardiff three-quarters to Rhea, to Hadley on the far side. Hadley still going over the 22. Dummy. And a try, opening try for Cardiff, scored by Gareth Roberts. And a little bit of temperament from Gareth Roberts. Not liking the tackle at all. And so the lecturer being given a lecture himself.
And here we can see Howard Stone, normally a number 8 in the second team, palms it back. Gareth Roberts goes down beautifully, and here we can see how he gets up on his feet. The main important factor there was him getting back on his feet. And once again, Cardiff pass it back, and once again, it's Geraint John to Alan Donovan. Now just look for Gareth Roberts in support, with Adrian Hadley showing his class here, and Gareth Roberts in support as a good flanker.
Robert Norster, a lot depends on him getting this clean ball, possibly two-handed, against the height of Keith Evans alongside him. This is a short one. Jones to Fletcher. Miss move, this is Adrian Jones. Adrian Jones are making tracks, going well. Half held up by Howard Stone. Clive Jones, lovely reverse pass to another Jones. The fullback, this one, Andrew Jones. This is where Treorchy expect to do well. They've done it this time. Fletcher on the far side to Adrian Jones. That's his kick. Rhea chasing. Well, that was much better work by the Treorchy 8. Adrian Jones has been watched by several first-class clubs around the Welsh circuit, Leith in particular. And a reminder that Adrian Owen, the Bridgend captain, is a local boy from Treorchy. So the best attacking position to date, 8 minutes into the game for Treorchy. And it's taken by Treorchy as they set up the second phase. Davis standing off. And Cardiff offside at the ruck. So Neil Hutchins, the captain, deciding to go for 3 points and handing the ball, no doubt, to Adrian Jones, the left-footed kicker and full-back. So Andrew Jones with an opportunity to bring Treorchy back into the game. A short stab at it, it looks accurate, it's there. Andrew Jones brings great cheer to the Rhondda Valley. So this time it's Treorchy calling for the shortened line. The two men, Williams and Evans, suddenly into midfield, setting up the ruck. And Treorchy putting a bit of life into this set piece. Jones to Fletcher on the far side of Hutchins. And the man in front of Hutchins couldn't really pass. Lakin goes through for Cardiff. And there's mayhem away to our left. And this is precisely what we didn't want to see. Well, this is precisely what happened in the tie 3 years ago. And all will now depend on referee Derek Bevan. And the two men being called over, Bradley Mantle for Treorchy and Howard Stone of Cardiff. A shake of the hands. Let's hope that this match does not deteriorate into a squabble like that. Davis with the throw. His main jumper is Keith Evans in the middle, but Cardiff have this one. O'Brien to Geraint John. They miss out a man to Mark Ring. They'll try a little bit of adventure. Fletcher was up there. A lovely pass by Gareth Roberts. Caudle with the cross kick. Caudle putting his men onside. The kick from the winger, a little bit heavy. Instead, an orthodox drop out for Fletcher. Not the best of ones, but it's taken up by Goodwin. So an attacking position for Cardiff just outside the 22. Lakin, Crothers, O'Brien. O'Brien attacking the sides, and the little grubber kick meant for Gerald Caudle. So Cardiff inside the Treorchy 22. It's anybody's ball at the moment as they go through. Lakin, and the try is as easy as that. Alan Phillips ever so awake for his second try of the season. So David Burchurch, Alan Phillips alive to the situation.
Yes, we can see how Howard Stone knocked it down, but look how Cardiff drive through, and they weren't stopping to Bobby Norster, and Bobby Norster uses his immense strength. Back to Bobby Lakin, as usual, in support, and Alan Phillips going over, known as the poacher again.
O'Brien with the feed in Cardiff, putting the pressure on Treorchy in the scrums. Also the lineouts. O'Donovan to Ring. Rea comes up as the extra man. He's got some space if he can get the ball to Caudle. Caudle for the line. And Caudle runs in for his 8th try of the season. No, indeed, the try disallowed.
From this scrum, we can see that Cardiff were going to use the threat of Adrian Hadley. Alan Donovan takes the ball, but misses Hadley out, drawing the defence into him. and Mark Ring makes enough room for Michael Rea to straighten the line, but unfortunately at that point there we can see the forward pass with Gerald Cordell open to score in the corner.
So it's Alan Phillips midway between the Treorchy 22 and the halfway line, looking for Norster. The ball is so slippery. Cardiff have won the line-out, and here's Ring, midfield, and an opportunity for Treorchy. It's Hutchins with a kick ahead. This is going to be an exciting race. It's Ring against Hutchins. Who will get there first? Well, what has referee Dave Bevan decided? He's awarded the try. Well, my word, Treorchy have responded, and it's the skipper's try.
And here we can see the bad ball which caused the kick to be charged down. Neil Hutchings was there as well, and he drives through, but that all went back to the ball coming back awfully slowly, and here we see the race for the line. And is Neil Hutchings going to get there? Well, I leave it to you to decide, but it looks to me as though neither of them touched it down.
So a controversial try has set this game alight. Just a point between the two sides. Cardiff in the lead by 8 points to 7. As Steve Davis throws, Treorchy win the line out. And there's a bit of enthusiasm about their play. Ralph Davis is the man in possession. Treorchy win the ruck. Fletcher with a kick. The pressure on Rea. The cheers go up from the oval ground. Well, that was the last incident of note in the first half. We rejoin the match now a little way into the second half, as O'Brien for Cardiff feeds into the scrum. O'Brien, Geraint John. O'Donovan on the take. The kick meant for Ring on the far side, and also Cordell. Cordell might get hold of it. He scored. No, indeed. A foot in touch. So Lloyd Williams, the Cardiff touch judge on that far side, honest as the day, denying Cardiff the try.
From here we can see how Neil Brown gets it away very quickly, and how Alan Donovan has moved from the blind side to create the extra man, and a deft touch over the top, and Gerald Cordell, using his pace, very, very nearly got him, but just put his foot into touch.
Neil O'Brien gets ready to put in as the rain comes here with a vengeance, and this time it's Treorchy accused of taking the scrum down. So it's O'Brien. O'Brien, and a drop goal for Geraint John is there. Cardiff increased their lead by 3 points with a drop goal from Geraint John.
Yes, here we can see the simplest of drop goals by Geraint John. Just coming back from Neil O'Brien to put it over, but Cardiff needed that. They need to get back into it.
Steve Davis with the throw on the 10-metre line. Lakin takes for Cardiff. O'Brien with the feed to Geraint John to Mark Ring. He's going to have a solo effort on his own to Donovan. Donovan with some space and looking for the support back inside. Cardiff putting a little bit of enterprise together in midfield. Suddenly it's Hutchins, but the ball is lost. The pickup by the fullback Andrew Jones, under all kinds of pressure and in trouble.
We can see here where Bobby Lakin has been performing all afternoon, tidying up at the back there, lays it back, and here we can see where Cardiff is starting to run across the park, and Mark Ring sells the dummy and straightens the line up beautifully. And Alan Donovan coming through, just looking for support now, and once again Gareth Roberts is there.
Robert Norster in the middle of the Cardiff line. A crucial role to play. But suddenly away come Treorchy and Steve Williams. Great charge. The ruck ball available. And there's a bit of a hanky-panky going on between the two number 8s. Suddenly Treorchy have it, but they're without the scrum half because he's in the thick of things. Now they have it. Clive Jones to Fletcher. And he's rifled that one. Well, that's a marvellous kick from the Treorchy outside half. Just what was needed to bring the Treorchy oval to life. Treorchy taking the pressure to Cardiff for just about the first time in the second half. So it's Phillips to throw once again. Needs a good, accurate one. It's anybody's ball at the moment. As O'Brien waits. Well, suddenly the game has picked up in that little corner of the field. A bit of aggravation on that far side between Tim Crothers and one of the Treorchy players. So an opportunity for Treorchy. Cardiff really putting the pressure on them in the set scrum. Clive Jones to Fletcher to Adrian Jones. They miss out a man. Fullbacks into the line. Adrian Jones. And suddenly it's Hadley to the rescue for Cardiff. Wilcox back to Hutchins. And it's Elliott for Treorchy. Having a good look at Alan Phillips. Penalty to Cardiff, and that will come as no small relief to the Blue and Blacks.
This is where Treorchy need to put points on the board, but unfortunately they don't quite coordinate in midfield. It's a good tackle by Alan Donovan, as usual, and Adrian Hadley's on hand to kick through, and Neil Hutchins is coming back to fall on the ball.
Well, Treorchy, having beaten Abertillery, Newbridge and South Glamorgan Institute, giving full value for their efforts, still in arrears by 4 points. As Davis throws to the back of the line out. And the tables are turned, and it's a penalty to Cardiff. Treorchy not releasing the ball. So a minute and a half to go as Gavin John attempts this one. Oh, it's a low kick, but it's there, it's accurate. And on a day when place kicking has not been of the highest order, that will be most welcome for Cardiff. Gary Jones, the replacement for Wilcox, the injured wing. But there's life left in the Treorchy ranks, up to the 10-metre line. Fletcher to Adrian Jones. He's got 3 men outside him. Uses the fullback Andrew Jones. This is Elliott. Neil O'Brien. That's dangerous. As Treorchy arrive in numbers, desperately close to the Cardiff try line. But the whistle defeats them. And that, indeed, is the final whistle. Will full credit to Treorchy for a mighty battle against the cup holders. But in the end, the experience of the line-outs men, Robert Lorster and Bob Lakin, especially at the back for Cardiff, won the day. All the talking has stopped, and Cardiff are through to the next round. Well, congratulations, Neil. I know you didn't win, but a tremendous battle.
Well, yes, you're congratulating us, I suppose, on our effort. But to be honest, I'm disappointed. I thought that today was the day that if Cardiff were going to beat them, today was the day to do it. And I'm thoroughly disappointed. I'm proud of the way the boys played. But there again, they were just too strong for us in the end.
Conditions a little bit against you because you've got a mobile pack and you simply can't get going in this quagmire, can you?
That's right. With all the press that we've been having this week, I've been saying that I wanted a dry day. It is dry today, but I mean, it's been raining for the last 3 days, and as you can see out there, it's very boggy and wet, and it didn't suit us because we ended up with, as you say, a mobile pack.
And of course, there was a period in the second half where you put some pressure on Cardiff, one of the few occasions where you went into their half and didn't score. That was rather crucial.
That's right. You've got to turn pressure into points. We had one penalty in the first half, and then I scored a try up here from but that was one of their mistakes, a kick charge down. You know, if you put pressure on a team, you've got to score. But mind you, they put pressure on us and they couldn't score. I mean, they missed probably 3 or 4 penalties, which we were pleased about.
Well, now then, that particular try, Neil, somewhat controversial. Did you get to it first before Mark Ring?
No comment on that.
A diplomat to the end.
I thought I did get there, but he might have sneaked it, I'm not sure.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, that's my answer.
Not sure?
Not sure.
All right. Best of luck to you with the rest of the centenary season.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Diplomat Neil Hutchins. However, Treorchy RFC beaten by Cardiff, and yesterday, lower down the valley, Tonpentre suffered the same fate in the FA Cup at the hands of Cardiff City. So, when the Mayor of Rhondda, Councillor John Davis, paid a surprise visit to BBC Wales this morning, we took the chance to ask for his reaction to yesterday. 2 defeats, alas.
Yes, 2 defeats, but not a disgrace. I think he did very well, and they're playing top-class sides. Not too despondent about it.
A lot of people were thinking about the Valley, which is a small one yesterday, faced with a huge influx of visitors, mainly from Cardiff, to see the big rugby game and the bigger soccer game. Quite a lot of incomers.
Yes, a lot of concern expressed about the large volume of incomers. I'm glad to say I've had no reports of any problems at all. In fact, the spectators in Tonpentre, I live in Tonpentre, the spectators were mingling in fish shops and what have you. No problems at all. I'm very grateful to the people who came into the Rhondda that they did conduct themselves in such a wonderful manner. It says much for the Rhondda. We've got hospitality. They brought hospitality with them. Wonderful day for the Rhondda.
That's a nice compliment. Thank you for honouring our studio with your presence.
Been a pleasure to be here this morning.